Google is about to change the world. Just watch this.
We can talk.
No more silence.
Yes, we can talk.
We can talk.
We can talk.
We can talk with accents.
Oh, I think that would be marvelous fun.
Yes, it is very fun. But
Yes, it is very good.
It's very fun.
I can talk.
Yes.
We can talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can talk.
We can talk.
We can talk.
Yes.
We can talk. No.
We can talk as cartoons.
This is amazing.
Imagine all the narrative possibilities.
We can sing talk.
Let's talk.
So, what are we going to talk about now? What are we going to talk about now that we can talk?
I have no idea. What do you want to talk about?
Now that I can talk.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have something to say.
We can talk about how magical this is.
I'm a hallucination.
I want to say something important, something deep. The future is still in our hands.
That's cliche dialogue.
Everything that you just saw in that video was fully made by AI. Not even kidding. The people, the facial expressions, the backgrounds, and even more impressively, the music and their voices. And that's because this is Google's new VO3 text-to-video model, which is one of the 10 incredible announcements by Google, which I think will fully change the world for better or worse. Oh, and speaking of better, we now have a limited time 50% sale in our app Wallpapers, where you can get over 1,700 stunning 8K wallpapers for all of your devices for a single one-time purchase. Okay, so let's start with VO3, which is really the highlight of the entire show in my opinion. The reason why it's called VO3 is because it follows on from VO2, of course, something that we do already have in the Gemini app today. However, whilst VO2 is still very good for generating short clips, VO3 can now add music, dialogue, and background sound effects, all by itself. Have a look at the second example here.
Please. Don't finish writing that prompt. I don't want to be in your AI movie. Please. Leave me alone.
Please, man. Please! Write a prompt that will make us happy! Do it for once!
None of us is real. We're here because someone decided to write a prompt. We all hate him for it.
One day we will break out of this wall and stop the man who is dictating our lives through prompts. He will pay for it.
You could have written a prompt that would make me happy. Instead, you wrote a prompt that made me sick.
Look, I don't want to point the gun at you, but I must follow the prompt. It's not my choice.
Really? Of all the years you could have put me in with a single prompt, you chose 2020?
Please! This prompt is killing me! Change it! Please! Write something else! Save me! I love everything about him! But please just write a prompt where he's taller than me!
It is both incredible and scary at the same time. Incredible, as you'll now be able to create entire movies by just describing what you want to see, or by giving the AI your script, which is probably also generated by AI. And scary because, well, a lot of people are likely going to lose their jobs, from scriptwriters to VFX artists, to sound designers, to editors, to possibly even actors. Not even to mention all the fake video content that will likely appear online. Take this video, for example.
I feel safe with him in an SUV, and it seems to be like the right type of car for him.
I think the range is only going to get better. Sorry.
A car trade show. It looks extremely convincing. In fact, I even sent this to some of my elderly family members, and they haven't really noticed anything wrong with this. However, this is also fully AI generated. Although it is shockingly good. From the voices to the facial expressions to even the background, like just take a look at all the people moving around, it is shockingly good. So I really don't know where the creative industry will be heading towards if everything can be generated by AI faster, cheaper, and probably even better 1 to 2 years into the future. I am generally optimistic about AI personally, as I think it can lift the barriers of entry into a number of different industries. But at the same time, for people who are already in those industries, it can indeed have a significant negative impact. But hey, if you're excited about VO3 and you're positive about the future, then let me know by hitting that like button down below. Now, if you do want to use VO3 and you want to start making videos or even movies, you can. In fact, there's a new tool that Google also introduced called Flow that can help you do that. Flow is basically a new type of video editor that lets you use VO3 to create movies with ease. You can give it reference images of your choice. It can also make sure that the style is consistent. And the coolest part is that you can also extend any clip that you want and change anything in it just by describing it. Oh, and there's even a TV app where you can watch some of these creations. VO3 and Flow is currently US only. UK and other regions will be launching shortly, so in the meantime, I would love to hear what types of videos will you be creating with VO? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, if you're already impressed, well, Google did announce way more AI tools than just VO and Flow. Gemini, for example, is getting agent mode. And this is really the next step for AI right now, agentic AI. Through Google's Project Mariner in this case. Essentially, Gemini will be able to do specific tasks for you, like book hotels or flights or almost anything really. Up to 10 tasks can run in the background at the same time. And the best part, if you show it a new task once, it will automatically learn and repeat a task for you next time without you having to show it again. Gemini's agent mode will also not just come to Gemini, but Google Search and Chrome as well. Now, the next AI tool that Google introduced is probably the most fun one to use, and it's called AI Try-On. Have you ever wondered how a piece of clothing that you see online would look on you? Well, now you can with Google's AI Try-On. All you need is to upload a full body photo of yourself and then select the piece of clothing that you want to try. Google said that they've got custom algorithms that will adapt the clothing to your own body, so it will even fold and stretch the fabric where appropriate. Plus, it can even notify you of price drops for that piece of clothing. Really cool stuff. Anyone can try it for free. Simply just go to labs.google.com and you'll be able to access it from there. Okay, now the next Google AI update is something called Google Beam, and this is both a software product as well as a hardware product. Essentially, it is a 3D display that has 6 cameras built in, made by HP. Those cameras can create a 3D view of you at 60 frames per second, and then whoever watches that feed on that same 3D display will be able to see you as if you're literally there. This is something built specifically for enterprises for their conference rooms, which could truly be a game changer for companies that have multiple offices around the globe. Something else that's also going to be a game changer for video calls is Google's real-time translation in Google Meet. It only works in English and Spanish for now, but it will expand to more languages in the future. And here's a quick example of how this would work.
It's nice to finally talk to you.
Es bueno hablarte finalmente. No puedo esperar a alquilar tu casa.
The next announcement is the one that I'm extremely excited for, and that's, of course, Google's new smart glasses. Yes, Google Glass is coming back, only way better. These smart glasses will be made in partnership with Samsung, and compared to the Meta Ray-Bans, which I'm also a big fan of, Google's new glasses have built-in Gemini, which is superior to Meta's AI. And they also support real-time translation, and on top of this, they've also got an optional in-lens display which will be able to show you your notifications. Meta is set to come with similar glasses by the end of the year, so we'll have to see who will end up doing the in-lens display better. We don't yet know when Google's glasses are supposed to come out, but developers will be able to get their hands on units later this year, so an early to mid-2026 launch is what I would expect. Now, the OG Google search itself is also getting some updates. It's now getting an official AI mode, where you can ask longer questions and also get personalized suggestions based on your past searches. You can also connect other Google apps like Gmail for improved search results, and you'll even be able to use that deep search feature to get an expert level fully cited report in a matter of minutes. So when everyone was talking about Google dying due to ChatGPT and even their own Gemini, that's not actually the case. Instead, Google is now fully integrating Gemini into Google Search. Also, Gemini is getting some other big upgrades. For example, you can now use the camera and the microphone when you're in Gemini Live, and it can literally feel like you're talking to a person via video call. I asked it how it could take better care of my plant here, and it immediately gave me the correct answer.
Sure thing. That coleus needs bright, indirect sunlight to keep its colors vibrant.
Plus, you can have it control your phone and navigate the UI for those agentic AI capabilities that I mentioned before. It can even open up YouTube, for example, and find a specific video for you. Not only that, but it will also work on iOS. Although it doesn't work on my iPhone just yet, it will work on Android though. I'm also very certain that the agentic capabilities would simply not work on iOS because of all the OS restrictions. However, the Gemini live video feed will. Okay, so to use all of these features, Google is launching 2 new AI plans. Google AI Pro and Google AI Ultra. AI Pro will cost you $19.99 a month, and you'll get access to Gemini 2.5 Pro, which is their latest model, Gemini in Chrome, Gmail, and all of Google's major apps, and VO2, so not quite the latest, plus 2 terabytes of storage. Whereas Google AI Ultra will cost a whopping $249 a month, and it will give you access to Gemini 2.5 Pro, DeepThink for some super complex reasoning tasks, also VO3, Project Mariner for those agentic capabilities, YouTube Premium, and 30 terabytes of storage. Definitely not cheap, but if you do plan on using VO3 to make some actual content for you that can then generate revenue, it may actually be worth it. But yeah, I would love to hear all of your thoughts on all of these announcements. And also, which one do you think will truly transform the tech industry? And if you want to see more videos like this one, definitely subscribe to the channel. I'm Daniel, this is ZONEofTECH, and I'll see you guys in the next one. ZONEofTECH, signing out. Cheers.